And welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Grim Dawn, the Definitive Edition. I'm Verm, and when last we left off, we had just done the first major quest, and we had come back to Devil's Crossing, ready to do the first couple of side objectives, which are to help Barnabas with the water pump, and help Kasparov with his research. We're going to start down here. We're going to talk to this fella first. Okay, so he's going to give us something free, some money I think. Oh, so we have a side quest as well. So, I actually appreciate that they've taken the time to put at least a little bit of a story into each character. God, we are getting that hitching again in the settlement. Let's see what Barnabas has to say.
Captain send you over? You must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too fond of being barred in my sleep. I'll need scrap from Lower Crossing.
Where can I find it? In fact, no, is this enough
Press
scrap?
it. We hadn't had much luck scavenging for supplies on account of the dead swarming Lower Crossing. We seem to handle them well enough, though. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First glass is on me.
I'm glad I could help.
Well, the good news is we got the water pumping again. The only problem is it smells like a sewer. Only about tenfold worse. Well, I haven't smelled something this rotten since...
Since when?
Since I've cleared out a den of slith ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for them, but nearly always fatal to us. I bet good iron there's a nest in that cave that fuels our pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need you to go down there and kill it.
How do I get to the cave?
This key will open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the slith matriarch that's likely polluting our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
I'll take care of the slith. Okay, so I think we're going to do this quest first, actually, before we go and examine anything else. Since the location is directly behind that fella. But before I do, I am actually going to go back up and check what the pump does. See if there's any chance it gives me a free heal. Of course it doesn't. I am going to have a quick look as well in Devil Crossing, see if there's a way of getting healed up for free in here. There fucking better be. I don't want to interact with any of the NPCs just yet, because we are going to get this quest out of the way first. But it does appear like there is not, unless you have to talk to an NPC to get that free heal. I may have a little explore for one off camera. So let's go down here and take out this slith that are polluting the pump or whatever. We've got to slay Veloth the Corruptor. I also want to make sure that that skill we got in the previous episode... Oh, we've got some more points actually. I want to have a look to see if this was definitely a attack that hits multiple targets. So it says it is, in which case I'm going to put 2 more points into that. And I might buy that. That looks like a good upgrade. A good ability, rather. We're going to use that, I think. Oh, let's see if there's anything in here before we go on. I do love the art style of this game. It really recalls the early Diablos, but at the same time at a higher resolution.
I can't do that.
Shit. I do forget we're playing on hardcore mode on veteran, which veteran dramatically increases the difficulty of the game, and then hardcore is similar to the old Diablo games where you get 1 life. But just stuff like this is what I'm talking about, with the art style being so detailed and so high res, whilst still maintaining that classic look to it. It's really quite impressive. So let's proceed through this little tunnel here. See, I'm really not noticing that attack doing damage to multiple enemies, but it might be doing so and just attacks on a chance or whatever. Activates on a chance or whatever, rather. Let's try and lure these in close to me now. There's a firecaster down there as well. Oh yeah, it is definitely hitting... Oh no, I don't know. I'm confused. That's not good either. Let's activate that fire attack. I do like that. He had some real high defense to him, it has to be said. Oh no, that firecaster's there. I'm going to try and avoid his attacks. Get a few cheeky hits on him. I started yesterday Warframe, which is another very grindy game. So I feel back in the mood to grind away a bit. I had wanted to get some more of this recorded yesterday, but I got caught up on Days Gone and I only had a limited amount of time to record. Yeah, I'm really not noticing that ability triggering with more than 1 enemy. Maybe it was a waste of points.
That skill's not ready.
Oh god. I think it does actually. I think it does just happen occasionally. Yeah, it's definitely hitting multiple enemies. That's good. I was a little concerned. I wonder if you can knock the limbs off and make them crawl in this game like you can Diablo. I'm very much looking forward to the resurrected version of Diablo 2 as well. Although, I was looking at the graphics to it, the pre-release footage rather, and the graphics really don't look all that good. Like, in terms of overall, like, compared to, say, Diablo 3, which is, I think, 9 or 10 years old now. But maybe I'm just misremembering it. I must admit I haven't played Diablo for a long time. Also, let's deal with these spellcasters. Yeah, it's definitely hitting multiple enemies. I'm just thick. Oh, we've got a little stutter there as well. I don't know why this game's stuttering a bit. I don't know if there's a background process I have yet again forgot to disable or what. It's not a massive issue, it's just a bit annoying. I think this is a little secret we found here. Let's have a look what we got. Any upgrades? Yes. Yes. I feel like that's probably the better one for the offensive upgrade. What's that? No, that's probably not worth using. Yeah, you can see just from those boxes there, it's hitting multiple things. I wish there was some way of interacting with the environment in this game, like knocking chandeliers down and stuff on top of enemies. Or maybe breaking through barricades like that. I feel it might add to it a little bit. But I'm sure the gameplay loop's satisfying enough that it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I've been this way and I'm just being a fucking idiot. Let's try and take care of these. I pressed the wrong fucking button there. Get all our abilities going. And there we go. Where possible, I'll be trying to avoid ranged and mage attacks, but it may be impossible sometimes, like when I'm up at close quarters like this. But the fights so far have been easy enough. Just get that little tornado to do some damage. Fuck me. Until I know this game a little bit better, I'm going to be a bit nervous attacking like multiple enemies at a time, just because of the difficulty, for fear that I get like absolutely obliterated, as I am being now. Oh shit. Just wait for my constitution to restore my health, and there we go. Quick, deal with a couple of them. So, when we get into groups of enemies like that, the damage output from the enemies is a lot, and it's very, very difficult, I think, to stay on top of it. But when it's just one or two, it's perfectly manageable, and I think that's where we're supposed to go.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, fuck. Okay, let's move on. That tutorial message there doesn't really apply to this, because guess what? If we die, it's game over for us. Which it may well be now if I'm not careful. No, that damage over time ability is really quite useful. So, without even looking at anything else, I'm putting 3 more points into it. Because, yeah, that's really quite useful. It's nice to have something that just ticks down on the enemies. And we're going to go with some spirit now, I think. I don't admittedly know what any of those things do yet. I will read them at some point, just probably not yet. I have actually noticed since I posted the first video as well, and the second one indeed, there is at least one person who was watching this series very quickly and watched the entirety of the first 2 videos. Whoever's that is, if you're watching this one, please know I greatly appreciate it, and thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. My commentary isn't always great, indeed a lot of the time it's very awkward, because I'm not the most confident of people, but it really means the world to me that somebody's taking the time to watch something that I am taking time to put myself outside my comfort zone for. Oh dear. See, look, that really does... That ability's been well worth investing in. What's it called again? Wind Devil. Ah, Shaman there. Deal with him quickly, make sure he can't throw out any horrible magic attacks. I was worried initially the fire ability wouldn't have any, would have limited uses rather, but it doesn't seem to be that way. I'm sure its damage will drop off eventually though. Let's throw that in there. That's a great ability. I'm going to really focus on investing in that, I think, for the next couple of levels I get. The time it lasts as well, that's what she said. Really quite impressive. I can feel with the couple of upgrades we've made recently in terms of armour and abilities, the character's really starting to come on a bit better.
Can't carry anymore.
Can't carry that. What can I drop? That. I'm going to teleport out now and sell the items I have. Who was it that buys my gear? It was you, wasn't it?
Anything you like. Put it to good use. Come see what's left of my wares.
That looks right. Now I did see there were some enemies over here. Gonna throw my Wind Devil in there again. I feel like the focus of this episode is purely going to be doing this quest, and we have to go over there to do it, but I want to finish exploring this cave first. We'll grab the item we dropped so we can sell it on at a later date. Those fire effects are nice. Jesus. I feel like so far this difficulty hasn't been outrageous. It feels fairly balanced in that if you rush into like a crowd of a dozen enemies you can get wrecked, and that one boss we took on would have absolutely battered me had I not teleported out and got some more healing equipment, but it's definitely not too much to handle. And now, like I say, that we have started to get a couple of new abilities that are making me feel a bit more powerful, I feel it's probably doable. The boss is up there. Let's have a look at this comp. He's a level 9 Veloth the Corruptor. Oh, what the fuck? Probably want to dodge that. It's got a fucking huge HP pool. Fuck me. And the damage output to match it as well. So we're going to come around here, wait for our HP to restore.
Can't do that.
And rinse and repeat. Dodge that. See, this guy doesn't feel as strong as the previous boss. Like, he has a lot more attacks. And they're definitely every bit as devastating as the previous ones were. Whoa, get out of that corruption there. But he's certainly not... Oh, shit. I was about to say he's certainly not ruining me, but... Oh, no! I take back every word I said. Well, folks, this was Grim Dawn, Definitive Edition Veteran Hardcore, and I guess we'll be back for attempt number 2. Yeah. Lesson learned. Keep your eye on the screen. I was literally about to hit the heal button there, and then from round the corner, he was over here, I was stood here. I still got hit. So, lesson learned. Don't get cocky. And, yeah. I guess I'll see you in attempt 2, folks. Until then.